Alright guys, welcome back to the channel, welcome back to another video. After the summon video, spoilers alert, we did manage to pull ourselves a Dokkanfest Fat Boo, so go check that out. Link will be down in the comments. I will pin it for you if you want to go check out my summons. Hopefully yours went well. We did only manage to pull one copy, but I'm completely fine with that. He is at 55%, no skill orbs. After this video, we're going to start link leveling him as much as possible. We're going to put some skill orbs. I'm being realistic when I do put the skill orbs on. Probably going to give him additional because we have no dupes, so I want him to stack a little bit more. But maybe some attack buffs as well. I mean, I know if I have dupes, I'll definitely just go full additional and then give him some attack stat buffs. But maybe for the time being, I just give him a full additional because we don't have any dupes. But I don't know, we'll see, because they will come back on worldwide. But of course, we do have him on the full-blown extreme class Margin Boo Saga under his 200% lead. The only unit that isn't here is, of course, the newly Easy Aid early on global Fizz Boo Tank / Boo Han, who his Easy Aid, but of course I'm going to do a whole video separately on him. And we did manage to pick up 2 dupes in these guys, or no, sorry, 3. Or this guy. I've given all of the orbs, but I'm not going to fill out the dupe system until, of course, we see the Easy Aid details. So we are going to have to protect them a little bit. This one is starting with the Friend Boo on rotation, who I'm pretty sure has like 2 dupes. So you're going to see what Fat Boo can do at 2 dupes and what Fat Boo can do at 55%, of course, which mine is. Now, in terms of the entrance animation, which we currently do have, I mean, I love his animations. Like, they're so dopey and they're so goofy, but it just fits Fat Boo down to a T. So while they're not the most flashy, while they're not doing the most and, like, you know, catching your eye, they just fit really well. So with his entrance animation, he'll be recovering 10% HP at the start of the character's attack in turn for the rest of the battle, which of course we're not going to see right now. Maybe in the My Boo's turn, but we're not going to see right now just because, of course, we haven't actually lost any HP, but we'll have that 10% HP recovery for the remainder of the battle, combined with other Boo units that are also going to be recovering HP as well. That will start to add up a little bit. Is it going to be insanely broken? No, but it will add up. Same with the additional 10% he's also going to get for 5 turns. So for 5 turns, he will be recovering 10% HP in general and an extra 10% for 5 turns as well. So 20% HP recovery, again, combined with all the other Boos healing. And if you're running dual Fat Boo leads, that's 20% HP coming from both Fat Boos alone, yours and the friends. So a ton of healing on this team, which is very nice. Oh, that's perfect, because guess what? These two link almost perfectly to each other. Actually, no, I think they do blink perfectly. Yeah, Kamehameha, as you see, mine is level 10 links ready to go. Starting the turn off, 228k attack stat, 145k defense. Again, 55%, all level 1 links. But pretty much fully linked out. All 7 links are indeed active. 5.1, not bad. I mean, Boo is a little bit more on the defensive side, even with his utilities. And again, he is at 55%. So I don't really mind that too much. But there's the additional 5.5, 2 stacks up. Don't forget he does stack defense on super by 30% and does raise his attack by 50% for 1 turn as well. He's also going to be starting the turn with Key +2, attack and defense plus 150. Gains an additional attack and defense plus 150 on super as well. He'll launch an additional attack. There's a 70% chance of becoming a super attack, which of course that was right there. He will guard all attacks as long as your HP is 50% or more at the start of turn, which of course ours is. You saw the arrow down. He'll recover 10% HP at the end of turn, and if HP is 30% or less at the end of turn, recovers additional 10% HP. So don't forget, you have the entrance animation, which is 10. For 5 turns, he has an extra 10, so that's 20. Combined with dual Fat Boo leads, that's another 20. And both Fat Boos from their passive will be recovering 10% HP at the end of the turn as well. So for 5 turns, that is 30% HP from 2 Fat Boos, who one could be on rotation, one could be floating, one could be on rotation, the other could be on the second rotation. And then again, combined with picking up stuff like same type key spheres, combined with other Boo units healing, the healing's going to be very consistent on this team and very useful. And to be honest, keeping your HP at 50% or more, at least right now on global, I mean, we'll see, because the new Margin Boo red zone did, of course, drop today as well. So we'll see how difficult that is. And then, of course, we still have the 9th anniversary to come on global. But that healing will probably for the majority of the time keep your HP at 50% or more, so at least you get to keep your guard. However, of course, that doesn't really matter, Because Fat Boo will also revive one time with HP fully recovered when he is KO'd. So not only does he have a revival, but he will full heal you, which is very nice. You know, it manages to keep your items safe for as long as possible, essentially. But not only that, it does work how LR Metacooler's revival work. He has to be the one to die, but he has the 23rd World Tournament kind of condition of he will gain all of these buffs he's about to get, whether he gets KO'd and revives or whether someone else's revival skill triggers, which I love. He'll also survive KO attacks up to once within a turn and gain an additional attack and defense plus 100%. He will guard all attacks and launches an additional super attack guaranteed, which of course is going to help with his stacking, which is also why I really wish I managed to pull a dupe, because he could stack 3 times in one turn. Starting from the turn in which his or an ally's revival skill is activated, which, as I said, I'm a massive fan of that. Now this guy's transformed or exchanged, we do lose a couple links, which is a shame. So we're on 169k attack stat. Yeah, we have lost a little bit in terms of attack. I don't think we gain anything by putting him in the middle. Yeah, no, we don't. But we are up to 232k defense, which is pretty nice. Are we struggling for key? We're fully struggling for key right now. What on earth? Yeah, I mean, I kind of want to stack as much as possible. I did actually put a dupe in that Evil Boo. I mean, we're still not going to get it. I mean, hopefully that 70% chance of an additional super does pop. But I did manage to pull a dupe in that Evil Boo. Oh, he's stunned. I completely forgot. Which, I mean, damage-wise for a side banner unit, he's actually putting out some solid numbers with one dupe. That's also 100% on super as well. Damage-wise, he's actually solid, but defensively, he's weak as piss. I mean, fair enough. I mean, yeah, fair enough. Fair enough. I mean, I did give him full dodge and the remainder on additional, just because he needs it. But I mean, at 55%, Boo is looking fairly solid. He is looking fairly solid. I think the only thing with Boo is, I think dupes would be very helpful. I think he's very good at 55%, but I do think dupes would be helpful, especially because he's only stacking defense by 30%, not say 50. So him stacking up his defense will be, of course, a little bit slower. That 70% chance of an additional his passive does help out, but of course, if you have dupes, the potential of 3, especially if only doing 30% each time he supers, will help out a lot. Also, the extra stats just making him do a bit of extra damage is also nice. Then again, when he does, or at least when someone's revival triggered, at least he gets a guaranteed additional. But then if you had a dupe, that's 2 guaranteed supers and the potential of a 3rd, rather than 2 potential additionals and 1 guaranteed. I think the extra stats he would get, and maybe a little bit from like crit from the dupe system, would help him do a bit of extra damage. But in terms of everything else defensively, very nice with the stacking. Has a KO, a revival, full heal, or survives KOs, a revival, full heal, guard, conditional guard, then guaranteed guard. He's very good with a lot of good utility as well. His active skill is very useful as well, which of course we can activate after the character's revival skill is activated, which at the moment it doesn't look like we're going to die, or starting from the 7th turn, which when the 9th anniversary comes about is a little bit on the longer side, so getting to the 7th turn really isn't too difficult whatsoever. However, I'm really intrigued to see how the Majin Buu saga red zone is looking, not only in terms of difficulty, but whether it's on the extremely short side like Fusion Zamasu, maybe a mix, or on the longer side. We'll have to see. LR Super Buu isn't giving us anything either, is he? No, we actually lose a link. We lose the wall standing tool. And of course, we still have Fat Boo's revival ready to go, which I think combined with all this healing and how good some of these units are, I mean, the only unit that can really get us caught is well, I forgot his name. The Exchange Boo, currently an Evil Boo, just because their Easy A isn't out yet. But I mean, at least with the additional, and then eventually with the revival and getting the guaranteed additional, overall combined damage, he can actually do some solid damage. Goku's probably going to be doing more. As I said, defensively, Boo just offers so much. I also completely forgot that this Boo doesn't have big bad bosses, but that's because he's Majin Buu brackets good. If he was evil, of course, he would have big bad bosses. But getting him to level 10 links is something I'm definitely going to work on, just because you do get so much extra attack from getting a lot of these links to level 10. Majority of them are attack links, which is actually definitely helpful from whereas attack stats sitting at now at 55%, which, I mean, should be link leveling your units anyway. But I think at level 10 links, Fat Boo would benefit quite a lot, just because I said he is getting so much from actually getting those links to level 10. So that's something I will be working on after this video. And then again, giving him some skill orbs. Again, I'm not sure what I'm going to give him just because he is at 55%. But again, does come back on worldwide, so could pick up some dupes then. But I think I'm going to go with additional. Whether I'm going to go full additional or maybe give him some, you know, attack stat buffs, we'll see. It may not be my one, but I am indeed going to pop the active. It's just the same. Honestly, it's so goofy, but I love it because it just fits Fat Boo so well. And if you're wondering why this guy is now not transformed, it's because I completely forgot there was no sound of me recording from the game. So I had to completely reset the app and then relaunch it. So that's why he's not had that popped. And then once his active skill has been popped, he does massively raise attack temporarily, cause ultimate damage to the enemy, and then delays a single target enemy's attack for 1 turn, changes all key spheres to cookies for 1 turn, and he gets key plus 12. Which, the reason why the cookie thing is so nice to me is because you essentially have a full field for him to then do that. That is the friend one, but of course you would get a ton of stats added, which while you're stacking, to then collect all the cookies and have that much defense along with having guard, whether it's the revival guaranteed guard or the conditional guard, that's guard and 1.5 million defense on a dupe. Is it a dupe or 2 dupes? 2 dupes. Mine will be a little bit less, but again, naturally these units will boost stacks. So Boo will you know, Boo's defense, depending on how long the event is or how long you're in there for, he will stack. And that defense will be in the same range or similar range to what a 2 dupes one is. Of course, maybe not as much, but it is possible depending on, again, how much Fat Boo does stack at 55%. And then also you can get a ton of healing back as well, if you need it. So he also nukes, which attack-wise, as you just seen, might not do too much for him, but defensively, packs out his defense, and wherever you've got him stacking to at that point by the time he uses active, because it's an active, you can hold on to it until you really want to use it or when you really need it, or you may have to use it early. You could hold on to it. It just depends how the run goes, but it packs out your defense along with the fact he's been stacking anyway, again, while having guard active, again, whether that's the conditional, and again, you can heal from that, or whether it's the guard from the revival. Now my one can do it. And where's mine up to? 319k defense at 55%. Remember that. Mine's at 319k defense at 55%. We're going to turn the entire field to the cookies. And also delaying a single targeted enemy's attack for 1 turn. That doesn't mean one single attack. If you didn't notice, the entire field, whether that enemy attacks... Okay, we're going to miss it. Whether that means the enemy's going to attack 6, 8, or 10 times in 1 turn, he will delay an enemy's a single targeted attack, or essentially their entire actions, for 1 entire turn. So that means you can literally, technically, Ghost Usher. That's how strong his active skill is as well. It essentially works as a Ghost Usher, very similar to the androids, which is why on a few private server videos yesterday, I saw people running this Fat Boo with the androids, just because that essentially means you've got 2, if you're running dual Fat Boos, you've got 3 Ghost Ushers in 1 fight, while still having your items. So for all of you that are obsessed with no item runs, Fat Boo is very good for those. But even just running dual boos, what yours and a friend lead, uses active skill, that will basically give you a free Ghost Usher once within a turn or once within the fight. 2 if you're on a duel. If you're going to run the androids with him as well, that's 3 Ghost Ushers in 1 turn. So I said, while Boo may not be doing too much damage, even with 2 dupes as you're seeing here, I said defensively offers so much versatility. I said he's stacking defense, he's got the conditional guard, guaranteed guard, survives KO attacks, revives with full HP recovery, then has guaranteed guard, as I said, recovers HP with sweet treats, which of course his active skill literally gives you an entire field of. He's got the HP recovery in his passive, HP recovery from his entrance animation, combined with a dual lead, does a lot. And again with same type key sphere healing, healing from other Boo units. Defensively has so much utility, which makes him so good. And then that additional, whether it's the conditional or the guaranteed, it does add up. It does give him some extra damage. You know, it might not be as damaging as some of the units we've seen recently with like 10, 12, 15 million attack stats and then some with like crit, for example, Easy A Go Tanks or something. But as I said, he's got so much defensive capability that, as I said, especially with how much value he also adds for the Artificial Lifeforms mission that does come when Beast Gohan drops during the 9th anniversary, I feel like he's almost a must. However, the banners aren't too good, and then not only that as well, they will be go back on worldwide. So if you can just be patient on global, you can just pick them up with coins. But I really wanted him, especially with Fizz Buhan's Easy A getting moved. Easy A Exchange Boo is coming as well, which hopefully he's insane as well because they link perfectly before they transform, but another good addition to the team. And there's still more Easy A's to come in this celebration, including side Easy A's. So we'll just have to see what Dokkan does. But 55%, Boo's insane. Boo is insane. I said defensively with his utility, he is ridiculously good. I know we didn't get his KO, but we just weren't dying. But we've seen it in the animations anyway. But I'll see you in the next video, guys. Take care, have a good rest of your day, and peace.